to Creative Visualization and Ideas for Wellbeing. I'm Martha Thompson. I hope you're keeping well and benefiting from the lessons. Today's lesson is about being able to express who you are. Some of us find this difficult, maybe from natural shyness or the way we have been conditioned. Some of us might have dominating yet well-intentioned family members who force their expectations on us as they want to live their lives through us. Then there's peer pressure and other outside influences, such as the media, that gets a stranglehold on how we live and express our truth. Today's visualization is called My Garden. I hope it helps you and that you'll return to it time and time again to help you build the impetus to speak for yourself and to live the life you've imagined for yourself. So, as I always say, take care of yourself as you matter in the greater scheme of everything. So, at a time and place, you will not be interrupted, sitting upright with your feet firmly on the floor. With a straight back, I shall now begin. With closed eyes, ensure you are sitting comfortably and give yourself permission to relax. Become aware of the sound of your breathing and begin to breathe more deeply and slowly and become more and more relaxed. Allow your body to relax by following my voice. As I count slowly from 1 to 20, feel yourself gracefully ascending a golden escalator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Allow your breathing to remain slow and steady as you relax and let go. Now bring your mind's eye to the center of your throat. There is a blue wooden door with a golden handle. You push it open and it gently closes behind you. You find that you are standing in a beautiful garden. This is your garden of accomplishments and possibilities. Beneath your feet, you can feel luscious grass and smell an assortment of fragrant flowers arranged in circular flower beds. You feel protected and peaceful, surrounded by lush greenery that encloses your garden. You can hear birdsong and nature all around you. You find there's a wooden bench that you sit on, and you look up into a pastel blue sky with wispy clouds floating by. The sun is shining, just how you like it, with a gentle breeze. You notice that each circular flower bed has its own name label and either a trowel and fork set or a large garden digging fork and spade. The first flower bed you can see is labelled I Listen. It contains red and green flowers. You walk over to inspect them. They are almost in full bloom and look very healthy. They have a rich, sweet, full-bodied fragrance that is very alluring and pleasing to you. But you notice a handful of small weeds amongst them. Using your trowel and fork, you bend down and dig them out. The soil smells earthy and is fine and slips through your fingers. This is very satisfying. You put these weeds into a metal bin at the side of the bench you were sitting on. You then inspect this flower bed again and feel a sense of pride of the job you've done. You walk a few steps forward and find that the next flower bed is called I Am Expressive. It is made up of a disarray of orange and blue flowers. Some are partially dead. They are intertwined with thick weeds that dominate the flower bed. It has little or no fragrance. You suddenly have a deep realization that these weeds are people, circumstances, and influences that block out your light, preventing you from shining. You think about the dormant potential of the orange and blue flowers struggling to grow, and know they represent your own struggles that you can change. You begin to dig out the weeds with the garden fork, and you bend down on your knees to check further in the soil for bulbs and roots of the weeds. You then dig them out. Triumphantly, you throw the weeds into the metal bin. You then survey the flower bed again. You have an understanding that you have the power to express yourself, and it is up to you to prevent intruders and other influences from overpowering your self-expression. The next flower bed is called I Am Authentic, and it is made up of yellow and purple flowers. Upon close inspection, you notice some have a soft powdery fragrance, while some are ornamental and have no smell at all. You also see that weeds have cross-fertilized with the ornamental varieties and are dominating the flower bed. These have thorns, and you are relieved to see a pair of thick garden gloves folded by this flower bed, with a spade and shovel. you decide you need to dig out all the ornamental flowers and weeds, because in life you want to be genuine. Finally, you check the soil for weed bulbs and their roots and throw them all in the metal bin. You feel relieved as you survey the flower bed one more time and know that the yellow and purple flowers now have a chance to thrive. You are determined to step into your own power because you have prepared the groundwork to do so today. You now continue to the last circular flower bed called I Speak. It is in a pitiful state. There are only a handful of pink and blue flowers. They are not healthy. Tall weeds with thick, coarse stems dominate this flower bed, and insects. You know you need to dig them all out. As soon as the shovel touches the soil, all the insects die and become nutrients that feed into the soil. You then dig out all the weeds. As you do so, you have a sense of satisfaction. Then finally you check the soil for any remaining weed roots and their bulbs. You then turn and walk towards the metal bin and put the weeds inside of it. To your astonishment, the bin then turns into an incinerator and burns all the weeds. An odorless smoke rises up from the bin and disappears in the air around you. Finally, you survey the flower bed one more time, and you notice that the pink and blue flowers have begun to grow already. You now realize that if you do not speak, you cannot have an impact on anything, and you will not realize your potential, and you will limit the joy of sharing with others to make a difference. You look into the pink and blue flowers that are now growing. On a gentle breeze, you hear, I speak up, I speak clearly, and embrace who I am every day. And you repeat these words, I speak up, I speak clearly, and embrace who I am every day. The golden rays of the sun then cascades down onto your body, and you feel blissfully happy and confident because you have the ability to live the life you choose and to speak your truth in the world. Hold on to this feeling. The blue door with the golden handle now reappears, and you know it is time to leave your garden of accomplishments and possibilities. But you know you can return whenever you need to. You walk forward and open the door, and it closes behind you. You feel energized and ready to make the changes that you can live the life you choose by expressing yourself out in the world. You now become aware of the sound of your breathing. Wiggle your toes and open your eyes, and you are now wide awake.